It's happening! I'm late, but I'm only 3 minutes late, which is progress for me. Hi, everybody. Everybody, which is no one right now. Oh, hi, Marvin! Yay, what up, guys? I need to shut off my fan. I'm sitting on a tiny stool on my floor. Because this is where the best lighting is in my new house. Oh, Audrey Mika has joined the live. You guys, I'm so excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them. The good thing about having an Instagram live where I interview sensitive bad bitches is that there's no shortage of them in the world. And we're going to talk with another one today. We're going to bring Audrey Mika on, who I'm such a big fan of, in a minute. But there's a couple things I need to do first. I have to shut off my fan because it's going to bother me. I have to grab my guitar and my water. Where's my water? Oh, I can't do this without my water. We're going to go on an adventure together. But I'm going to do an acoustic thing for you guys today. I've been kind of karaokeing for y'all lately on these just because the production is so dope on these songs and I want y'all to hear it when we do it. And also, I am not a great guitar player, so, we sing to the tracks. But this one, my latest single that I'm going to play you guys, because that's what we do at the beginning of every Fresh Start series. I wrote like most of it on my guitar, which I've done with a lot of my songs, but usually we end up like, why am I winded? I just walked into the other room. Okay. I'm just really excited. I'm just nervous to talk to Audrey. She's so cool. But no, usually we change the chords to the songs later on or just do some weird stuff. But this song, the root of it really just is this like simple picking pattern that I was doing on my guitar, and we kept that in the production. My dude Joe Ginsberg produced it, he's a part of like most of the songs on the Fresh Start project that's coming out May 7th. In case you haven't heard, Audrey, OMG, haha, I'm nervous. The nervous energy is just gonna be so... I've gotten to meet so many cool people through this, but I get nervous every time, whether it's virtually or in person. Like if it's my first time having an actual conversation with somebody, I start talking really fast, and really I'm not cut out for this thing that I do at all, but I think it's cool. People seem to like it, so yeah, I'm really excited. But what was I talking about? This is why. This is my issue. Oh, the song, the guitar. Yeah, Joe, my dude Joe, he left like the original. I can't remember if I played it or if he did, but the guitar, like literally the way that I wrote the song. And I always think that's fun when a song just keeps the main bones of how it was written when you release it. So yeah, let me drink my water that I apparently sprinted into the other room to get because I'm out of breath. I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. Why do I feel like it's been a long time since we've done this? I guess it's a month every time, so it always feels like a long time. It's like just long enough for you to miss me, I'm sure. But let me get my guitar. Let me get off of my tiny stool and grab my instrument. Can you guys hear my pants? Can you hear them? That's gonna annoy me. So, oh God, the tiny stool is not stable. My hands are sweaty. I guess I should tell y'all a little bit about the song, since this is an intimate little gathering that we're having here. I haven't had a ton of chances to like actually talk about it out loud. Every time I get up, I'm winded. Make sure you go watch the music video for Temporary if you haven't yet. I've said this for like the last 3 videos, but that's just because Emma Golden and Acacia Evans, who have done the last 3 videos, continue to kill it. But this is my favorite one. Sorry. we just keep leveling up. It's really good. Everything in the video was damp. That was my genius idea that I had because I love symbolism, and I wanted everything in the video to be wet. Because, I mean, the idea started from the fact that the first line of the song is, see it all coming down, falling down, like the rain, like the sound. So reference rain, and I was like, it would be dope if it just looked like everything in the video's been rained on. And the symbolism behind that is, well, the song is about just like being with someone who you know is already gone, essentially. Like, you know it's not your time, you know it's not going to work out, you know that in the very near future you're probably not going to have them, but you're still with them in the moment. And it's like, you know, when it rains and everything is wet and it's like, it's not raining anymore, but the water's still there, if that makes any sense. And the whole thing of like all the water in the video is like, I'm trying to shake it off, I'm trying to get past it, but I can't. And so just everything is soaking wet, everything is kind of like just weighed down by this, and it's whether he's there or he's not, there's a heaviness, because someone who's not going to stay just might as well be gone, is kind of how that feels in the moment. And it's about knowing you got to let go of somebody, but how that's easier said than done, and just like the consequence and the heaviness and the feelings of giving too much of your time, your energy, your body to someone who's temporary, to something who's temporary. I think a lot of people have been on either side of that situation. So yeah, that's what it's about. Go watch the video if you haven't yet. Start from the 3rd fret in between the 3rd and horizontal. Well, I don't know that song. Also, I think you're overestimating my guitar abilities, but I'll look into it. All right. I'm going to play Temporary for you guys, and then we're going to bring Audrey on. I'm very excited. Reagan, can we see Puddle? Puddle may make an appearance at the end of the live. I had to lock him out of my room because he wouldn't stop meowing at me. He just needs attention all the time. This is Temporary. See it all coming down, falling down, like the rain, like the sound that we listen to when you fall asleep, cause you hate the silence, always trying to feel like we in the islands. Life was never a beach, so baby, let's be honest. Soon as it get too real, we're gonna sabotage this. And I put my feelings aside just to feel you one more night. Said it 1,000 times. I know, I gotta let it go. You never worked for me, it's never gonna grow. I know, I gotta let it go. You never worked for keeps, just temporary hope. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. No, I said I like a little give and take, but I can't be out here checking on you every day, especially when I know you'd never do the same, baby. So this the part where I leave, cause mama said I shouldn't. You come looking for me, but this time you couldn't ever find me again or reconnect with my friends and find myself in the air. Yeah, I'll be good then, even still, boy, I know I will see you everywhere. Wish my heart could have some chill, cause I know I gotta let it go. You never worked for me, it's never gonna grow. I know I gotta let it go. You never worked for keeps, just temporary hope. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Oh, I know. I gotta let it go. You never work for me. It's never gonna go. I know. I gotta let it go. You never work for keeps, just temporary. Oh, oh. I don't know how to end it on guitar. Ow! I haven't played, well, okay, here's the thing. I recently discovered that was temporary for anyone who just tuned in. By the way, you can go download it now, go watch the video. But I recently discovered that I really, really enjoy having my nails done. Like, I like having, not like crazy long nails, but like a little bit of length. You feel me? The problem with that is that I don't know how to play guitar if I have long nails. Most people do. I think Dolly Parton is like the only human on earth who knows how to play guitar with like nail extensions. I am not she. So I've been getting my nails done sometimes, but that means I have to take like a few weeks break from playing guitar. And then my, what do you call these? Finger pads? Fingerprints? My nubs, my finger, this part, I lose the calluses that I have from playing, and they get all weak, and then it really hurts to play guitar. I don't know, I just spent 5 minutes explaining that to you guys, but it hurts, dude. Fingertips, thank you. Wow. I felt like my pinky was gonna start bleeding. I didn't practice anyway, I was very prepared for this. But yeah, that was temporary. For anyone who just tuned in, welcome to the Fresh Start series. This is episode 5, maybe 6. I don't know, but I'm really excited. This is my live series where I bring on sensitive bad bitches, people who I think are sensitive bad bitches, to talk about their life, love, and the pursuit of confidence, how they got to be the confident, sensitive bad bee that they are today, and just learn about them. So I'm going to bring on Audrey Mika, singer-songwriter, generally dope chick, right now. I'm nervous. I hope it works. Any second now. Oh my God. Hi. Oh. I can't hear you. Oh no. Can you hear me? Can't hear you at all. Oh. Hear me now. There you are. Yes. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Okay, but your video is like lagging a little bit.
Oh shoot.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay, we just had to wait. We just had to give.
We got it.
We had to give it a second to like take in all the.
We're good now.
Happening on the screen right now. All of the dopeness. Dude, it's so good to meet you virtually.
Crazy. It's so lovely to meet you, kind of, through the phone.
This is the only way anyone meets anyone these days, so it's fine.
Yeah, we will, for sure. But I love how you were talking about wanting to get your nails done, because I literally just chopped my nails off because I wanted to play my guitar here, and now this side is long and this side is stubs as well, and it looks so bad, but no. My nails done.
I really did a nail appointment, and I was literally thinking about having them do this hand long and just leave this one short. I always end up doing that.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Maybe. I don't know, because I always end up cutting them on one side, and then I'll forget to file them or something, and then they'll be a weird kind of sharp, and then I'll cut myself. I feel being like someone who plays guitar but also likes having
I know.
like
It's out here.
huh?
It's tough.
It's tough out here. Well,
So tough.
I'm so excited that you're on here doing this. I
Thank you for having me. I'm really, really excited.
thank you for existing. You just let me be in one of your music videos that just came out, which I'm very, very excited to talk about. We're gonna get to that. Like I said, this is my little show that I decided to do for some reason. I like to introduce people to people who I think are sensitive bad bitches. I like to get to know other sensitive bad bitches. And I always like to start by telling my guests why I think that they are a sensitive bad bitch.
Yeah.
My definition of this, I think people hear this phrase that I'm trying to coin and they think like, okay, so it's like a bad bitch who cries a lot, which in my case, yes.
Yeah.
But I kind of use the term sensitive. I think there's this whole like very cool like bad bitch culture that's like she gets the bag, she goes into the boardroom, she doesn't need a man, she knows
Yeah.
off her emotions and get it. And like I relate to a lot of that. I see a lot of those vibes in you, but I think people sometimes lose the like the vulnerability that like women and just people can also hold at the same time. And I see so much like authenticity and vulnerability in you and the way that you carry yourself alongside this like very real confidence. And so I use sensitive as kind of like a catch-all for that. But
I
you are
like that's such a great way to put it because I am sensitive and I'm very emotional and but I'm like I never feel like I try to suppress it. Like I know it's really good to be vulnerable and for some people, you know, it's hard to be vulnerable and it's scary.
yeah.
That like my message to people is that like it's okay to be emotional and show it to people because that means you're a person. But you can also be like a bad bitch and like get your shit done. So I think that's like such a great way to put it, basically. So
Thank you. And like when you say that what people think like oh vulnerable and confident sensitive bad bitch those things are like an oxymoron, but actually you just said like being vulnerable is hard. It takes strength and bravery to be openly sensitive and vulnerable. So I'm like this is all actually just the same thing.
yeah, I know. So I'm really like I'm into the name. I like the sensitive bad bitch feel. I
Thank
feel
you. Well, it's you. It's the people that I bring on this show. So I'm very excited to have you. I I want to know how you became so dope. How did you love your music? You're one of my favorite artists right now.
oh my
How
god,
how'd
thank
you
you.
started? I just think you're gonna like take over the world, and I'm very excited.
Oh,
But
crazy.
how? Yeah, how'd you start doing music? When was that? When did that become like a thing for you?
Um, yeah, so actually, interesting story. I was not planning to do music for a really like honestly at all. It was kind of just something that I always was doing and was always surrounded by. I grew up singing and but I ultimately wanted to be a professional ballet dancer. And so I was dancing like pre-professionally till I was about 18 and then I quit that because it's crazy and the world of dance is just like a very different place and it was just becoming super toxic for me and I didn't necessarily quit dance to do music. I just knew that I need to get out of whatever I was in that moment and I noticed that you know, I would come home from a long day of dancing and I would come home and write music or I would sing. And that's sort of when I noticed that, like, oh, like, music is becoming my outlet instead of dance because dance was my outlet for a long time. And I kind of lost my passion for dance, which is
Mhm.
sad, but also it was the best thing that happened to me because I quit and I like was really lost for a long time and I got a dog and I tried musical theater. I was like, this is not for me. Like I I'll leave that to the people that really truly love musical theater, but
Yeah.
like it is not for me. And then I like and then I just kept writing and writing, and I would write small albums and I would put them through DistroKid and upload them myself. And I was so proud of myself when I figured out how to do that. And then, I really just kept doing that, and I didn't think I was gonna do I did not think I could make it. I did not think that like I was good enough to have a career as an artist, even though it had become like a huge dream of mine to
Yeah.
tour and like do music videos and just make the music I've always wanted to. And so like being here now is just insane to see how it's just, transitioned from one dream to another, and so many things along the way I didn't even realize I had this dream, but I did. And like it's so like rewarding to just like feel all of that and be in this position. And then I started uploading on YouTube, and I had like this pink microphone. It was like this toy mic that I used to have
Aw.
up, and it was so random. And then people were like connecting with the pink microphone, and I was like, like why do you like this so much? And it kind of became like the thing, and I started, gaining a lot of traction from that, and I grew this insane, like the best fan base I could ever ask for. And like I would not be here without them at all. And like every day I'm just thinking about how lucky I am to be here. And so it really does feel like a dream every day, because I just like never thought I was gonna be able to, do anything even a little bit about what I'm doing now. So, and it's so wonderful because it's like it was all through music, and it was all just through me being myself, and being stupid, and the pink microphone. And so I don't know, it like I could talk about it for hours because it's just like kind of crazy to me. But I am really happy that I have a platform that I can use for good as well. And like I have this opportunity to put out music and express the way I feel and through music. And that's what you do as well, and that's what so many other people do. And so it's really cool that we're all coming together through that. So that's why I love like music and people, because we all just come together through the same.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
Yeah, man. Dude, I as you're talking, like I can just feel how like grateful you are to be you, and like I can feel just how much you love it. And I think so often people try to like be like way too cool about stuff and be like, yeah, like I don't know, like I just do this shit. But like I can tell you love it. And I think like you're talking about your fans and like how
yeah.
wonderful they are. I think when you attract what you put out into the universe. So if you're seeing all of these really good, sweet people supporting you, like that's because you're good and sweet, bro. So that's
Thank
cool.
you.
I love that. I thought of another thing. I love that you wanted to be a ballerina, which is and just an incredible, that's a whole world that I know very little about, but I kind of know what you're touching on about just like how it can be toxic for some people. Like the dance world is intense. It's funny you say that though. The only career that I ever wanted to have besides doing music, like at a very young age, I knew like I'm gonna do music. But before that, my mom always tells me that I told people that I wanted to be an astronaut ballerina. So
Huh.
career I was on inventing for myself had I not.
Oh, what made you want to do that?
I think just space is cool.
It
Ballet
is cool.
tutus are cool. I thought spacesuit, tutu, he
Hell yeah. I
just
love I was just at a view spot yesterday in San Francisco, and I was just like looking at the stars, and I was like, wow, that that is crazy. Like these stars are like sparkling. How is this real? Like people get to go up there like whoa. That's
Yeah,
crazy. So I don't blame you for that dream. I love that dream.
you know, I still might do it. We'll see. I'm like kind of busy right now, but I'm thinking about
I
pursuing.
you're doing right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll ask you for tips on the ballerina part of it, maybe.
I,
And I
I got I got you. And
perfect. I just need to find an astronaut, and then I can fulfill that. But you mentioned that you kind of fell out of love, or like dance stopped becoming an outlet.
yeah.
And I think that happens a lot when something you love kind of becomes your job or like your sole focus. Now that you're doing music full time, do you ever kind of feel like you're fighting those feelings of like losing the outlet part of it? I say that because I've been through that, where I have to like, I go through a period of time where I'm like, oh, it's my job, like I got to do this stuff, and I have to kind of bring it back to like, wait, I love this. I
Yeah.
and I sick.
I mean, in all honesty, like I I don't think I've ever had those feelings because I think I'm finally doing what I've always been meant to do, and I never really, it's hard. Like it gets really hard. Like I agree. There are some days where I don't want to do something, but I don't think it has ever gotten to the point of where it got with dance. I think I like at the end of the day, like music will always be there for me and like will always be an outlet no matter what happens. And I think that like when it gets hard, I always just remind myself like this is what you were born to do. Like don't there's nothing to doubt. Like this makes you the most happy you've ever been. And so like I feel you. Like it is hard and it gets stressful and but
Oh,
nothing good is ever like not stressful and not worth the stress, and it's always extremely rewarding in the end. And not everybody can do what we do, and so I think it it all comes down to just how much we love the music and love everything about it, and we will never give up because we love it too much, and we're just like we are sensitive bad bitches, but we will never give up. I know that for sure. So,
yes, ma'am. No, I agree with you. I feel like any moments like that I have are just when I get too caught up in like, all right, like I gotta make something that people are gonna like,
yeah,
and I stop thinking about seeing it as like the outlet that it is for me, and that's why I do it, and I start seeing it as like, okay, it's
yeah,
what I gotta deliver, and then it's like, why isn't this fun anymore? It's like, well,
yeah.
because you're not doing it for the right reasons, and it's like, all right, back.
I know. I feel that. Like you definitely have to always remind yourself that it's like, oh, I'm putting this song out because I love this song and I feel very, very strongly about this, and like that's how it should be. Like that's
Yeah,
your craft, that's your art, girl. Like you got to put it out with confidence because if you're not even confident in your own stuff, like no one else is going to like it. And if you have doubts about it, other people are gonna see right through it. Like people can pick it up. Like people can see right through you, and so it's so important. Like as the artist to put stuff out for you, and like it sometimes it takes longer than others, but like it's not even about like the numbers or anything like that. Like it's all about just the music and the people, like the people of the world. Like it's insane how we all can come together through maybe one song or one album. And I don't know, I think it's just like it's very beautiful how it all happens that way. So
I agree. You have a very calming voice. Do you know that? You're talking, you're like, that's what it's about. And I'm like,
oh shit, I've never gotten that actually.
oh
I've
my God.
gotten my voice is really high, but I haven't gotten like your voice is so calming.
I don't think I think it's like, it's soft, like it makes you listen, but it's not aggressive at all. It's a good voice. Obviously, But yeah, singing voice is fine too. It's great. But your talking voice deserves more credit, I think.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I hate like listening to my voice like recorded, like talking and singing. Like I really absolutely hate my voice. So I don't like it sucks because like I have to listen to my music for like mixes and stuff, and it's like I really can't stand this bitch's voice, but like you know, and so but like my talking voice is even more annoying, I think, like for me. But
Dude,
I'm not the only one that feels that way.
no, I relate to that full singing and talking. Like,
I
it's so much for me to quit telling people. Like, I used to tell people, like, yeah, I'm not much of a singer. Like, I write melodies. Like, I can sing and I like, so I do it, but I never considered myself like an amazing vocalist. And like, people in my life have started to be like, shut up. Like, you sing good. Just stop. Like, and you sing amazing. I was watching like some videos on your Instagram today, creeping.
oh, talking to me.
About how much I like really love your voice.
Oh,
Like you're singing, it's beautiful. Like you can do cool shit. And your tone is unique. Like you sound like you. So
I mean, I was like listening to you just singing Temporary Now, and I was just like laying down and just like taking in everything. So you have a wonderful voice, well, and I like am really happy that we got to be connected right now. So I'm glad we're talking.
yeah, dude, me too. And for anyone who doesn't know, somehow, like, I mean, we started following each other a little while ago, but how we connected more recently was you let me be in your video for Chivalry.
Yeah.
Is so cute. How? Okay, wait, no. I want to talk about the song, then I want to talk about the video.
Okay.
These lives are such a good challenge in my brain. Excited.
I'm so nervous doing these, and because like there's sometimes a time limit, and you have to like get everything out, and like you talk really fast, and then you're out of breath, and then you can't breathe. So I feel you.
And my thoughts just like I'll either like fully blank on what I wanted to say or ask. Like 17 things will come into my mind at once.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel you.
But
just got this.
Thank you. I needed that. Okay. But Chivalry, the song is fire. Like it's really like I've been just like I jammed to it so many times before I like sent you my little video clip.
Yeah.
What inspired the song? Like what was there like a specific instance that made you want to write it or just like a general vibe?
Um so I was talking to my friend about about just boys, stupid boys being stupid, and we like she and I were just talking about how chivalry is dead, and we were I don't really remember how it came up, but I think we were just talking about like boys and how we kind of felt like chivalry is dead, and like that sentence is so like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like it sticks out to me, so it kind of stuck with me. And then the next day we had a session, so we came to the studio, and I was like, we were talking last night, and we kind of want to write a song about chivalry. And we started writing, and then it kind of like wrote itself almost, which is really cool, and I love when that happens. And it so basically like chivalry is about like you during the day are hella independent, and like you can pay for your own stuff, but when you go home, like you need someone to be there for you to take care of you mentally. And I I feel like it's more of a realistic take on chivalry. And so it's basically about like I can pay for my own stuff. Like, I don't care about you doing that for me. What I care about is that you hold me, and like you make me feel comforted and safe, and like mental health and taking care of yourself is like so important to me. And I try to tell, and use my platform to say that, because it's like if you aren't good in yourself, it's so hard to project good energy, and it's hard to kind of function almost the way you should be functioning if you're not good in your mental health. And I know that it's also a process to get to that point, and it's not all just bubble baths and face masks. I can't like stress that enough. It's like gotta put work into yourself. And yeah, exactly. And it's like some it's hard because a lot of people don't like doing that, and it takes time to do that, and that's okay. And so I think that like chivalry touches on being a bad bitch and paying for your food, but it
Sure.
also on being vulnerable, which is exactly what like your whole thing is. So I I'm really glad that we're talking about it. And then the video, I reached out to a lot of other girls, and just like told them they were dope, and I really looked up to them, and I thought they were inspiring, including you. And so I am so honored that like I'm truly like so honored that everyone was like tight, like let's do this. I was like, wait, you
Yeah.
want to be in my video? So it really it felt good that girls were coming together and like lifting each other up, because I feel like I see a lot of girls tearing other girls down. That's a whole other conversation to have, but it felt good in that moment to be able to really uplift each other and support women. And March was Women's History Month, and so I think it was perfect. I was like, damn, we really timed this shit perfectly.
Is.
So I'm really happy with how it turned out. And
I love all of it. Women's History Month, sensitive bad bitch music. That's the genre. No, like I feel like society. I don't know another word to use, but that feels so like weird. Society kind of it just is like built to kind of pit women against each other. Like we're made to feel like it's always a competition, and you're dressing to look better than the other girls in the room, and you're not competing with the men, you're not competing with yourself. It's there's only one spot in any area when you're a woman, like against other women. And like it was so cool for me to see all the other girls that were in the video, and just that you reached out. Also, I mean, and you should because you're dope, but that you had the balls to just like hit up all these like,
I was
oh,
scared. I
dude,
was
I would be so scared.
so scared because I didn't want. I don't know why. Like I was so insecure about reaching out to them. I was like, they're not gonna want to be, like I suck. And like I was so lucky that a lot of them actually like were down. And honestly, like when people when girls do support girls, girls are like, yes, bitch, like I am down. So it was really cool that like that everyone was actually down to do it, and everyone was so sweet too. And that was really eye-opening, because I think that like I hadn't really seen that or experienced that, and I had only experienced that a little bit. And like when I was collaborating with other girls, even like features on songs, like it felt so good that we were doing that together. And so it was just another way that we were coming together. So I'm really, really happy that it worked out and it actually happened the way I wanted it to. So
Yeah.
I'm glad with everything.
No, it's like it's so it's important that you did that you decided to make that choice to like reach out to everyone. And like you obviously you have no reason to be nervous about it because you're that dope, and of course everyone's going to want to. But I would feel the same way. I would, just because like it's not something you do every day. But like I like you said, like I think that when women do hype each other, like we're so dope. Like
We are.
we're
Women
inspired by
are.
each other constantly. Like I follow like all bad bitches on Instagram, and like
Oh, I like
I
I.
want to on my style. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, and sometimes it's just like someone needs to take that step to like bring everyone together, and of course everyone's in. Like so like I don't know why I get scared of other women sometimes. Like that's been like a part of like the exercise for me of doing this. Like I'm talking
I feel that. Yeah.
all dope women on the show who like I'd probably be scared shitless to approach in real life.
Oh my God, no.
But like, no, I'd like see you in a coffee shop and I'd be like, she looks really cool. It would be cool if we were friends.
about you, I promise. Like, you saying that is so funny because I like I was like scared to ask you because you like I loved your look and like
Oh.
Play With Me acoustic video had just come out and like you look so like hot in it and I was like she's not gonna want to be in my video, but like you were so like sweet and down and also like everyone was just a down bitch and I love people that are just down for whatever, and especially if it's for like a good thing too, like obviously count me in. And I think that like women are just amazing. They're just so strong and powerful, and I think that you know it feels really good when we can come together that way. I don't know, there's just like no in that way. So I'm really happy that it was able to come out and it came out great and everybody looked so cute dancing, and so it was cute.
Well, speaking of looking hot in videos, like your look in the video, dog, the mesh with the bling and the
Tell you, it was a bodysuit and the crystals from it were like going up my ass and I was so uncomfortable the whole time, but I was like, I gotta pull it together, like this is my job. I gotta stay put, and it was terrible, but
oh my god, your poop next day was like sparkly.
it was terrible. It was so terrible, but it was worth it.
It's what we it's what we do.
Oh, we do.
Sacrifices, man. Oh my god. I want to talk about one more thing about the subject matter of the song, or just like a question I have.
Yes.
Is that because I love the concept of chivalry is dead in like a positive way of like I relate to that so much. I've said this in relationships before. Like I'm not here so you'll like pay for my dinner or give in your car or like provide for me in those traditional senses. Like I can figure that out on my own.
Yeah.
On emotional support, man, like stuff like that. I want snuggles, you know. And I hear that just like the very assertive tone of like you don't need to do this. Like I'll drive us back in the force.
Yes.
Do you make a point for that to like be your energy when you're dating? And do you ever find that people are kind of like not put off by it, but surprised or taken aback by it a little bit?
I mean, to be honest, I've never had a boyfriend, so I don't know.
Oh my god!
I haven't met anyone that's promising. Like, no offense to anybody, but like, I haven't really met anyone that like I connect with on that way. But I know that once I do find whoever it is, like, I will, set boundaries and like I will make it very clear that I'm very independent in that way, but like, and I don't care about materialistic things. Like, if I want to get something materialistic, like, I'll do it. But I care so much about, a proper relationship that's built off of just like trusting each other and being there for each other when you're not okay, and like, and then respecting like self-care time and just like me time. And so I'll get back to you on that when I know and when I find.
Well, it sounds like you have your approach figured out, and
Yeah,
when
ready when the time comes,
it's
but
gonna be somebody very dope because that's how you're approached. Man, that's where I'm at, but I did a lot of trial and error to get to that place.
I'm
Let me
you came out very strong because of that, and that is like something that I haven't experienced is the trial and error, and like I feel like you have so much substance to you because of that, and like that makes you who you are. And wait, what'd you say?
and baggage, but continue.
And baggage, but baggage is not bad. Like everybody's got, like, you can't really run away from baggage. It's just like a part of life, and I've just been like really taking the time and just like thinking a lot, and like life is way too short to just like not take care of yourself, and life is too short to just be like, you can't control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you react to them. And it's all about, like, your life is about you reacting to things. And so I think that, like, I've been, like, being an adult and stuff, and like realizing stuff or whatever, and
Realizing stuff.
it feels good to realize stuff, because it's just like, I gotta realize stuff to move forward. And so it's always about moving forward for me and looking for new opportunities, and and that comment's so funny. Like, don't forget to do the dishes before you go to sleep.
I forgot to do it, and I gotta do it now. That's my brain when I'm trying to speak to people. That's what the comments represent always.
I know, the comments are like, what's going on in my head?
Right. I mean, I feel you so much on that and the realizing stuff. And you said, I always like to pick out little quotes during the live to highlight so the dope things that people say don't get glossed over. You said you can't control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you react to them. And that is what I would like everybody to write down today. And also, don't forget to do the dishes. That's the
dishes before you go to bed, or they will be moldy in the morning.
We don't want that.
No, we don't.
Nobody likes a moldy bitch.
No. Nobody wants a moldy bitch.
Nobody wants it. That's the quote of the live.
That one.
That's the one. I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says that. I'll make one for you too. Don't worry. But okay, so this is called the Fresh Start series. So the main question that I like to ask my SBBs that I bring on here is just, is there any moment or type of experience in your life that you've been through that you've considered to be a fresh start in your journey to confidence? You mentioned that when you were trying to be a dancer, that was a little bit toxic, but now you're at this place, you're making songs like Chivalry where and I just hear you come from a very secure place in your approach to life and dealing with other people and just how you take care of yourself, which I really, really respect. What was the journey like to get to this place? And I know I say it's life, love, and the pursuit of confidence because I think it's an ongoing thing, and a fresh start doesn't mean like, okay, we're here and we did it, we're complete now. But
yeah, there's always a moving piece to that, of course. And like, I'll just say it again, but I think that like a really good example of a fresh start was when I quit dance. And I really feel like that was my, I cleaned the slate. Like that was my time to really rediscover a lot about me. And I realized I was a very insecure person. And like I really did not think I could do anything. Like I kind of felt like a failure, honestly. Like every day I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like I'm such a failure. Like I don't want to do anything. And it sucks that like your brain can go to that terrible place. And like I was homeschooled my entire life, so I never like got, I was very antisocial and I did not really have a lot of friends, and I was a loner a lot of my life. But honestly, I kind of love that, and I think that that's what's made me me, and also what's made me so good at like being alone and like being super in tune with my emotions. And so I think that like through that really got me through, quitting dance and having to start over and make new relationships. And I am so grateful that I did that. Like that is one of the biggest decisions I had to make in my life, and I'll never regret it. Like I did regret it though. When I quit, I was like, shit, like what am I gonna do? Like I should probably And I was just like, no, like, how you felt. Don't ever go back to anything that makes you feel even slightly off. Like, it's not worth it to put yourself through that twice. Like, if you know it's bad for you, why would you go back to it? And it's like the same with an ex, and like,
yes,
like don't go back to your ex. Like, that's why problems arise. So
yes, and people that's so common to like have that, I think, make a change that you know is good for you and what you're supposed to do, but have that moment of panic once it's done where you're like, oh my God, yes, I got rid of the toxic thing. And this is like in a relationship sense what inspired like my whole album that I'm putting out and why it's called Fresh Start. But like, yes, toxic thing, but I also got rid of everything that's familiar to me. And
that's
that
scary.
it's so scary. And
But that like helps you grow so much because you are just able to get rid of all the toxic energy in your life, and like you feel a big sense of relief, and just like you're like, damn, like this is how it's supposed to feel. And I think that, it's really important that you recognize that you can leave that behind. And, I've been telling like people all this shit about relationships when I've been single basically my whole life. And it's like, what am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. But
but
I know I like do, and I know like how people are, and like it's common sense to not go back to something that hurt you. And it's just like you got to prioritize yourself. Like at the end of the day, you've only got you. And so I think it's important to just like be the homie for yourself, because that's really all you got at the end of, like, everyone else is family or friends, and they will always like support you, of course, but you got to support yourself.
yeah, it sounds to me like you have a very like healthy inner dialogue, which is something that I've been working on a ton in my pursuit of confidence in my journey with that. Like when I've tended to be the kind of person in my life who, opposite of you, if I'm feeling insecure or I'm not knowing how to sit with myself, like I'm an introvert. Like I don't love being around a ton of people all the time, but if I'm not at a great place in my head, like I will seek validation from another person or a relationship, and just like I'm gonna drown that out. I'm gonna drown it out. I'm gonna go fall in love real quick, and then when it's like, well, shoot, I didn't actually do any of the work. I put a band-aid on it, now it's done. And I've just been taking time to like sit with my thoughts. Like, okay, Bailey, you say you're an introvert, but like you don't actually really like spending time in your head. And I'm like, shoot, so you're right. I find like all the time I'll say stuff to myself like, oh, I'm an idiot. Just like random little things like that, I think makes such a difference in just like how comfortable you are with yourself and how you see yourself all the time. So I will take relationship advice from you any day. I think our experience,
Like it's not like, I think that it, like, some people really do hate being alone, and it's a process to get to the point where you are okay with being on your
yeah,
own. And like some people are even introverts and don't like being on their own, and that's just how it is, and there's nothing wrong about that. And like I feel the seeking validation from people, but it doesn't last, and it doesn't like, it's not sustainable. And but it's hard to get to that point. Like I
have.
feel you. Like it took a while to get to that point and feel completely good, in my own space. But it's all about just like you creating a good, safe space in your head, basically.
Yes.
Close here, like put a cute mirror there, like in your
Yeah.
make it home. And like that can take years. And but if you are, I love how you're saying like the pursuit of confidence. Like it is always an ongoing, like every day you will always be closer and closer to being confident. And like I think it's good that it'll never end in a way, because it's like you will always be getting better. And if you put the work in, that's the part. You do have to do the work.
Yes, you do. I love immediately when you said like creating a safe space in your head, my mind went to throw pillows, and then you said that, I was like, exact. It's a beautiful metaphor. Like going to therapy,
Yeah.
taking time with yourself is like buying a couch for your mind, and it, it's important, but you gotta like invest in it. And I agree with that so much, and I love your perspective on it, and just the fact that it's a process. Like that's the main thing I want to encourage people about, is like it's a process. It's an ongoing pursuit. Like, take the pressure off of feeling complete, or like you arrived, or like I can't have a fresh start in my life because I'm not ready, or have everything in line. It's like, no, you're never gonna have everything in line, but you can just choose to keep putting the work in and showing up for yourself every day.
Yeah. And I think that like it's important to keep enforcing that it's a process and that it doesn't happen just overnight. And it is a lot of work, and some days are going to be harder than others. And that's just how it is, though. And it's not like you can't get there. Like, everyone is possible to be in a place where they feel confident and love themselves. And also, another thing that's really big for me is like, it's so much more important to have two best friends than 20 fake people that don't give a shit about you and like are so superficial. Like, even if you have one best friend, like, that is okay too. Like, if you feel a very, like, if you feel safe with them, that is so important. Like, relationships, you should feel safe with whoever your friend is. And like, family to me has always been safe. And I've been very lucky that my family's been very supportive through everything. And like, same with your friends. Your friends should be like your safe space, and also your mind. So, it's like there's so much to talk about
Yeah.
within this, and I go on because I love talking about it because it's important. But these are just like the things that I think about every day, and so, it's
No.
good out with someone else. And
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. This is all I think about, which is why I'm like, I can rope people into rambling about this stuff with me
I,
once I feel good. I'm so pro. It's better to have two real friends than 20 fake ones, or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm very much one of those people. I got like five people who know what's up in my life.
right.
Everybody else, I just don't really have the energy for. And I used to have moments where I look at other people with these like massive social lives, and they're always going places, and they're always posting with different people and all this stuff. And for some people, they have the capacity and it's all real, and that's dope. But I were to do that, it wouldn't be real. I don't have the capacity for that many people. And I just like that you said that, because it's
Yeah.
good for everyone to know, like, that's okay if that's
And
huh.
if you're like an introvert too, like, it is okay to not, social battery is a real thing. Like, my social battery is expired right now. Like, I'm tired and I've like only seen two people, and I want to take a nap, and like, take a nap, like, take care of yourself. So, you know,
Hey, as long as you're showing up and being genuine for the social things or the people that are in your life, and it's bringing something to you, yeah, that's real, dude. I'm same with the social. I've seen no one today, but as soon as we end this, I'm gonna take a nap. As much as I literally love this
no,
conversation,
me too. I feel you. I'm ready to just like take a 5 hour nap.
both gonna log off and be like, oh my god,
See
winded.
ya.
So on that note,
Yes.
we both need to go recharge. Rapid fire questions I want to ask you super quick, and then you can get to your nap.
Okay.
um, but okay, so there's five of these. I mean, you can answer as rapidly or as short as you want to. One thing I ask all my guests is, what is the best or worst advice that you've ever received?
Oh. Oh shit.
Kind of a, I don't know why I consider that like a rapid question. It's
Wait,
okay.
what do you mean by rapid? Like,
I don't know what I mean. Completely. There's a very loose criteria for this.
um, hmm. I I don't. My dad always told me like it's it always stuck with me, and this is like the best advice I had really gotten was just like he would always really push me to be different, and I think that that really stuck with me. And he would always just be like, you do know that there's like a billion people that are doing the same thing you are, so how are you going to like be different? And I don't know if that's advice or like constructive criticism, but like it always stuck with me, and I always like took you know, I always took that into account in almost everything that I did. Like, I was always thinking, like, how can I do this differently? Because I know someone else has probably done this before. And it's hard because everything's been done before. And so it's hard to be original, but it is also not if you are completely yourself. And I think that, like, him saying that just really pushed me to do a lot of what I've done. And I don't know if I've ever gotten really bad advice. I think I've been lucky that I haven't encountered somebody that gave me some shitty advice. So I think I don't know, I can't think of any. Maybe I have, I just can't think of it.
I mean, I think you probably tune it out if you ever have heard it, so it's not in your mind, and that is a good thing. I love that though, and like I would just say that's like don't be afraid to be different because everybody has something in them that's inherently unique, even though it,
Yeah.
man, especially with it feels like everything has been done before always, and I get overwhelmed with that. But like if you're being yourself, you will stand out because there's no other you. So I love that. That was me trying to paraphrase your dad's
No,
advice. I
I got it. Completely good.
feel that. Okay. Do you have any guilty pleasures? That is the next question.
Oh, um, this is kind of embarrassing, but my guilty pleasure is like souvenir shops. Like everywhere I go, like even if it's in California or like even like LA, if I see a souvenir shop, like I love those shops. Like I love the sweatshirts, there's like mugs, there's like key.
I
I don't know why, but it's like it makes me so happy. And I go there when I travel too. Like I always have to check out a cheesy, like touristy souvenir shop. And I don't know why, but I love it so much.
That's so cute. That is one of the purest things. I love that. Okay. Can you name one thing that you're grateful for right now?
Oh, oh, that's easy. My fans. I'm
Oh,
them. They would say like, Audrey, do you see us? Like, yes, I see y'all.
yeah, we see you.
Guys, we're reading. But I think that like my, you know, it's tough because I don't like saying fans because they really truly feel like family to me. Each and every one of them truly feel like my friend, and I want to be able to, you know, make them feel like I can be their friend as well. And like I I really like wouldn't be here without them, and so I definitely like will always, you know, thank my fans for everything that they've done and like supported me through everything. And I really like I can't thank them enough. Every day I like cry about it because it's so cute, and I don't deserve it at all. So I like thank you to the fans always.
That's beautiful. Okay. Sorry, I meant that. Just like next rapid question.
You're
Um,
good. Ready.
the rapid part of this is that I don't respond with my own monologue. I just go to
Uh,
the question. That I just realized is the rapid part of it because you know that I could just elaborate.
okay. I got you.
I love that though. Can you name a song or artist that you couldn't live without?
Um. Oh,
These are hard.
yeah, good. I
Sorry.
between like Rihanna and Ariana Grande.
Ooh.
Like I I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I grew up listening to both of them because, and I think that that has really influenced me in my music. And like, I just listened to all of Rihanna's discography, and I was like, whoa, like, I am really influenced by Rihanna. And I don't know, I think it would be between the two of them because they definitely, like, impacted me insanely, and I like feel so like inspired by both of them, and they're so like badass as well, and they start their own businesses and all this like crazy stuff, and so I really look up to them for sure. So I don't know, I couldn't pick between either of them. They're both great.
I also could not pick between either of them is what I'm realizing as you're saying that. I totally. Okay, last rapid question.
Okay.
Is there can you name one thing that you do for like an instant confidence boost?
Mm.
You have any little tricks, little vibe?
Um. I think I just like when I have a really like dope outfit on, like
Mm.
I feel the best about myself because I don't know why clothes have such a big like impact on my self-image, but when I have like a fire outfit on, I feel like very confident and like I feel good about myself. I'm like, damn, like my fit kind of fire today. Like, what's happening? Like, I like it's all about the shoes for me. Like, if I got the right shoes on, like the outfit is perfect.
Girl.
So, so I think like like styling myself and like fashion really makes me happy, and like I I really like try to push the limits with styling, and yeah, I get kind of lazy sometimes, but it's fun and it makes me feel good. And
Yeah.
some days I'll just like have a dance party, like whatever. Like I'll just have a dance party. It doesn't matter. Like it's very simple. It feels good to just like listen to music that I love, or even just like drive and listen to music, and just like driving is so therapeutic to me. I love driving. Like I could drive for hours and not get bored, and I think just like sitting alone in the car is just very therapeutic for me. I don't know.
Yes, dude, all of those are probably my top three. Like, I will spend 20 minutes in the morning trying to pick out the right pair of socks to go with the sneakers that I'm gonna wear, just because I know that it's literally going to make a difference in my mood throughout the day.
It
Like,
I feel
and and the drive thing, I'm a terrible driver, but listening to music in the car, like, such a good reset. And dancing, like, the movement, like, that's like scientifically proven to get bad shit out of your body. So I feel that. Well, dude, thank you so much for being a part of episode 634 of the Fresh Start series.
I'm so happy I could, talk to you and meet you through the phone, and hopefully, we can hang out in real life and get to know.
Yes, let's connect in person
Yeah.
someday. You live in LA?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. I'll be in LA next month. I just got vaccinated. So
I need to get vaccinated. Once I get back from the Bay Area, I'm gonna get it.
nice. Hell yeah. Well, dude, thank you so much for doing this. You are a whole sensitive bad bee, and I
Are you?
am so excited to see about what you do in the future. I can't wait to meet in person and enjoy your nap.
I will. You enjoy your nap.
Thank you.
Happy for us.
Do this. All right.
Thank you so much.
How to
Bye.
let you leave. Oh, okay, good. I didn't know. Okay, I never know. This is again like episode 600, and I still don't know how things work. But you guys, aw, Audrey, you are wonderful. I'm so glad you were on here. I hope that everybody got something from that conversation, even if it was just the fact that like Audrey and I are kind of adorable. I love everything that we talked about, and man, that's why I do this. I'm so passionate about all this stuff. So many good confidence tips in there. You know the drill. I'm pretty sure I'll be back next month. Next month is the release of my entire Fresh Start project. So it's going to be a big one. For everyone who asked, yes, I will save this live. You can go to my profile to watch it back or see anything that you missed if you had to go. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of Audrey's fans who showed up. Hi, I'm Bailey. Thanks for supporting the girl. Y'all have been lovely, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Before I go, what's my YouTube? Just look up Bailey Bryan Music. I'm out there. But yeah, I'm gonna save this live if y'all want to go watch it back. Thank you so much. Mwah.